everyone. Welcome to the seminar 2021 in response to the International Month of Peace and Love, Conscience and Justice. I'm the host, Lorraine. It's my honor to have several wonderful guests to join us today. Monica, the Senior Project Manager, Lilian, the college student, Linda, the college student, and Eric, the college student as well. In today's forum, we're going to talk about the absurd and illegal tax case, TaiJi Men case, that's happened in Taiwan. This illegal case has been persecuted TaiJi Men brothers and sisters for more than 20 years. Before starting today's forum, I would like to share a video which is about what is the truth of TaiJi Men case.
About the TaiJi Men case, Taiwan Supreme Court found TaiJi Men not guilty of tax evasion or any other charges. The National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance reneged on the promise to revoke the tax bill. The National Tax Bureau illegally auctioned off the sacred land of TaiJi Men. The land was illegally taken into state ownership. The truth about the TaiJi Men case, Taiwan Supreme Court found TaiJi Men guilty of tax evasion or any other charges. The National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance reneged on their promise to revoke the tax bill. The National Tax Bureau illegally auctioned off the sacred land of TaiJi Men. The land was illegally taken into state ownership. Officials' conscience. Where are justice and human rights? What is the truth about the TaiJi Men case? Taiwan Supreme Court found TaiJi Men guilty of tax evasion or any other charges. The National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance promise to revoke the tax bill. The National Tax Bureau illegally auctioned off the sacred land of TaiJi Men. The land was illegally taken into state ownership. Where is the royal government officials' conscience? Where are justice and human rights? Righteous people are united with conscience to defend justice, human rights, and peace. The righteous people are united with conscience to defend justice, human rights, and peace.
Why the TaiJi Men case can't be solved in 25 years was the problems to Taiwanese government officials in the tax law in Taiwan. Let's hear their story. First of all, let's welcome our first panelist, Monica. Please take over.
Hi, I'm Monica. When I joined TaiJi Men, I was a just social freshman, graduating from college and starting to work. Work pressure caused my depression. Practicing Qigong and meditation helped me relax and be positive at work. Shifu is just like my father and my life mentor, who coached me the wisdom of life and guides me the meaning of life. When I was a kid, I was so proud of Taiwan's liberty democracy and never thought about the government abuse case would happen. However, the TaiJi Men case spurred my belief to the government. And I start to question what I have seen, what I've heard from the social media sponsored by the government. The TaiJi Men case happened in 1996. It was a fake and false case. Shifu and co-defendants all have been compensated by the state for unjust imprisonment. At that time, we can say Taiwan was just released from martial law period and start to learn what's the democracy and the human rights. Ironically, the Taiwan president began to apologize to 228 victims officially in 1996, the same year that TaiJi Men case happened. However, the most unforgivable and unbelievable was that 24 years later, in 2020, just last year, the National Taxation Bureau joined hands with the Administrative Enforcement Agency held an illegal auction to take away TaiJi Men's case, originating from the case that Taiwan Supreme Court found TaiJi Men not guilty in 2007, 13 years ago.
Thanks for the sharing. It's really ironic to hear that the Taiwanese government, which calls itself a freedom of human rights government, has continued to illegally violate and deny our basic human rights and take away TaiJi Men's land. Next, I would like to invite Lilian to share her feelings and opinion. Lilian, please take over.
Hello everyone, I'm Lilian, a senior in college and a TaiJi Men disciple. TaiJi Men is my second home, as I grew up here. That is why I'm taking part in this response today. Consider this. Can you still keep your mouth shut if your family is treated unfairly and wrong? Can you still stand by and watch your family break up without saying anything? The TaiJi Men case has lasted for around 25 years. This case since before was I born, and I'm now 21 years old. I used to follow my parents and my brothers and sisters struggle on the Acadey volleyball when I was a kid. Despite the passage of more than 10 years, the case still unresolved. Shifu and TaiJi Men disciples have been bullied for the past 25 years. Taiwan Supreme Court found TaiJi Men got guilty for fraud, tax evasion on July 13, 2007. In the third report on human rights protection, the control room recognized this case as one of the major human rights protection cases. The National Tax Bureau, on the other hand, has continued to break the law over time. The Administrative Enforcement Agency auctioned off TaiJi Men's land on August 21st last year. That day, I was there, and what I observed was officials who were unwilling to come out and face the people, and turning away from the entrance. Even though the officials knew TaiJi Men was innocent and had no tax issues, they continued to enforce the law based on the incorrect verdict.
As Lilian said, the government officials not only violate TaiJi Men's brothers and sisters' basic human rights, but also refuse to acknowledge their fault and continue to deprive their freedom for 25 years. Next, Linda, she is a young freshman in college. Let's share about her thought.
Hello everyone, my name is Linda. I'm a freshman this year and also a disciple of TaiJi Men. The current tax system in Taiwan is really problematic. Although I'm only 18 years old, many of my friends and relatives may think that I'm still a naive kid who doesn't know anything, let alone talking about law and tax. But since I was a child, I have been going to many tax-related events with my parents and listening to many experts and scholars' comments. I think at least I know how to distinguish between right and wrong. As a democratic country, the duty of people and governments in Taiwan is to obey to the law, especially those who in high positions of authority, who cannot abuse their rights to do atrocious things. The government should not treat democracy and the rule of law just a slogan, and should take action and solve it.
Just like Linda mentioned before, even a child can tell what is right and what is wrong, but our government still obscure the truth and blind themselves without justice. The government officials should abide by the law and pay more attention to our human rights with their conscience. Our fourth speaker, Eric, is also from the young generation. Let's hear what he is going to share.
Hi, my name is Eric, and my parents told me that 25 years ago, due to heavy work pressure, they always failed to give birth a child. And luckily, they joined TaiJi Men, and then I was born. I joined TaiJi Men when I was only 5 months old. And through these years, my Shifu not only taught me Qigong, but also the wisdom and philosophy of being a better person. I've learned to be more concentrated through meditation, and with more perseverance, I was lucky enough to succeed in attending my dream college and major. TaiJi Men is such a great place to learn and grow, but it has been stigmatized by prosecutor Hou Kuanzhen and the officials, which they claim TaiJi Men as a cram school and accused us of fraud. To make false accusations, they even use forged evidences, make up some non-scientific false claims like raising goblins, and disclose the case to the media when it was still under inspection, sending all TaiJi Men Dizis and our Shifu in the abyss of pain. Through 10 years and 7 months, the case was closed and were proved to be innocent at July 13th, 2007. TaiJi Men was proved to be innocent without any tax issues, no business activity, and what we're given to our Shifu has been proved to be a gift under the ancient tradition between master and apprentice relationships. Although we are proved innocent by the Supreme Court, the Tax Bureau of Taiwan still ignores the judgment and continues the suppression on taxes. At the public hearing in 2010, despite the promise to make the false case come to an end within 2 months, the Ministry of Finance still broke their promise, and they even illegally seized TaiJi Men's properties and auctioned it without our permission. What they have done has violated the human rights of religious freedom, and it should be stopped immediately.
Thanks for sharing, Eric. Conscience is a compass to guide us to do the right thing, and the tax law is certainly the foundation of country development. Therefore, the government should lead their people to truth and justice with their conscience. Next video from Dr. Massimo Intervin. He is going to tell us what is TaiJi Men case and what the TaiJi Men case is not.
What is the TaiJi Men case and what the TaiJi Men case is not? The TaiJi Men case is a case of freedom of religion or belief form, which we can divide in 4 types. Type 1, we all know that Taiwan enjoys religious liberty, unlike mainland China, but it was not always the case. Taiwan had a policy of controlling and repressing independent religious movements during the martial law period and beyond. And in 1996, religious and spiritual groups suspected of not supporting the president were severely repressed. TaiJi Men was also involved in this, even if it never took political sides. Its grandmaster or Shifu, Dr. Hong, was arrested and members were persecuted. Second time, the total victory of TaiJi Men up to the highest courts in Taiwan. TaiJi Men won all the court cases. Dr. Hong and his co-defendants were declared innocent and even awarded compensation money for the past unjust detention. Time number 3, however, a byproduct of this form persecution remain in the shape of tax bills. Even if the courts had said there was no tax evasion, the Tax Bureau continue to try to impose bills on Dr. Hong and TaiJi Men. The Tax Bureau revoked all the bills except one for the year 1992 based on a technicality. And time number 4, even if courts of law told them not to do it, the Tax Bureau and the Enforcement Agency in 2020 auctioned and then confiscated lands belonging to Dr. Hong and intended for a spiritual cultivation center of TaiJi Men. Now, it's important that we understand what the TaiJi Men case is not. It's not a tax dispute between a citizen and the government. It will not create so much commotion. Of course, the case shows some injustice in Taiwanese tax bureaucracy, but we should remember that the root is the form. It's a freedom of religion or belief case, and what is done to TaiJi Men is violation of form. Number 2, it's not about money. TaiJi Men might have settled with the tax office and spent much less money than they did in prosecuting this case for 25 years, but it's about form. It's not about money, and that's why the case continues. And number 3, it's not a protest against Taiwan or the Taiwanese system. Those of the TaiJi Men who live in Taiwan, who are Taiwanese citizens, they love their country, they are patriots, they understand Taiwan has a lot of problems, and precisely because of this, they want Taiwan to have a good image as a country where form is respected. So it is a form case, and because it is a form case, thousands of people are in the streets in Taiwan protesting about it. And because it's a form case, I believe it deserves to be internationalized, and all the governments, agencies, NGOs caring for form should care for this case and not to be misled into dismissing it as a private tax dispute between a citizen and the state, but understand that fundamental principles of freedom of religion and belief and respect for spiritual minorities are at work in this important case. Thank you.
It's not about money, not a protest against Taiwan or even Taiwan system. TaiJi Men has used its case to study the issue of human rights and to educate people how important our conscience is, especially the government officials. Just like Martin Luther King used to say that unconscionable things are not safe, not wise. Our panelists have more to share. Lilian is worried about her future. What is she worried for? Let's welcome Lilian again.
TaiJi Men is innocent. How could a persecutor who abused his authority and broke the law use a fake indictment to bring TaiJi Men to justice? Where are both the National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance, which are thirsty for bonuses, able to issue illegal tax bills based on accessible indictments? And why would the executive office forcefully auction off TaiJi Men's land on the basis of fake tax bills, despite the fact that the executive office knew TaiJi Men was innocent and had no tax debts? I'm concerned that after starting my new employment, I'll have to keep an eye out for illegal tax bills from those guilty officials who will continue to try to prosecute me. Will my salary be illegally taxed in the future if I don't come out to defend my rights? People are the masters of country, and this is the base of a democratic country. However, few of judges keep abusing their power to oppress the people and persecute their human rights for personal gain. To fight for the future and the next generation, Officials should follow the laws to serve the public with their conscience. So be sure to identify yourself. Young people's thoughts are the wind that change the world, President Tai once said, and they are also one of the most important forces in transforming Taiwan. I would like to urge President Tai to prioritize the protection of Taiwanese democracy and human rights over the development of the country's economy. How can we grow the economy and fight for our country and future if government officials continue to abuse human rights and the people live in fear and anxiety? Please keep your word and construct a human rights state that protects our rights.
Conscience is of concern to the protection of justice. Conscience is the fundamental of respect of human rights. The calling of conscience is also the true voice from our pure heart. Eric is earning his better future by calling for the urgent action from Taiwan government.
So this fabricated false TaiJi Men case has been delayed for 25 years, which is a quarter century with 4 terms of president within, which has become an international scandal for the Taiwanese government. And if the officials still don't take action to end this false case, I believe it would send them in disgrace, making the world think that the Taiwanese government is incompetent of preserving human rights. And Taiwan should be ashamed to call ourselves a democratic country. So I'm here to call on President Tsai Ing-wen and President of the Control Yuan, Cheng, to lead the team and do the right things. I hope the ill-behaved government officials admit their mistakes, and hopefully TaiJi Men and its people are able to clear our names soon.
Just like what we call for today, conscience is the cornerstone, and justice is what we fight for our human rights and the development of better future. Finally, Monica would like to share a story about what happened to TaiJi Men's sisters.
25 years ago, Mr. Peng, a teacher and a mother with a 6-month baby, was in custody for 40 days because she stood up and spoke up what she has seen and learned from TaiJi Men. She was compensated by unjust imprisonment too, but money cannot buy everything. Money cannot buy her and her family's life back. Last year, Mr. Huang, a 6-year-old mother with 2 kids, arrested by the police overnight simply because she executed her freedom of speech, held a sign on the street, and appealed her question to the administrative enforcement agency. Shouldn't the Taiwan government apologize to the victim of TaiJi Men case either? Not just to Mr. Peng, to Mr. Huang, but to TaiJi Men Shifu and all disciples. 25 years is not just a number, but every victim's life. I want to urge the Taiwan government to admit the mistake on TaiJi Men case. Admitting the mistake is not shameful, but honorable with courage. Only correcting the mistake can draw an end to the government abuse case and preventing the same case happening again. Thank you.
Justice delayed is justice denied. We should unite together and speak out bravely and loudly to fight for justice before injustice arrives. Besides, all of us are the leaders of conscience. With conscience, injustice can be corrected with courage. Close to the final, I would like to invite all the guests to take a group photo with the hand gesture. First, make a close hands with your right hand, representing your conscience, and place it before the chest. And then cover with the left hand representing the protection. This hand gesture symbolizes that we will safeguard our conscience for a better future with love and peace. Okay, so when I say 1, 2, 3, please say conscience with me. 1, 2, 3, conscience. Okay, thanks for our fascinated guests today. Your sharing means a lot to us and to the world. Finally, we would like to conclude this video until the justice is served, showing the broad support from the world.